Every trader wants to find an edge, that repeatable advantage that tilts probability in their favor. But what most traders forget is that your edge doesn't live on a chart. It lives in you. You can spend years refining setups, studying order flow, and building your system. But if you can't control yourself when the pressure rises, none of it matters. Your edge only exists when you're calm enough to execute it. The moment you lose composure, you give that edge right back to the market. Trading exposes who you are under stress. It reveals how you respond when your expectations collide with uncertainty. The market doesn't take your money, your reactions do. Every impulse to chase, every hesitation to cut a loss, every revenge trade comes from the same place: a temporary loss of control. You know what you're supposed to do, but emotion overrides logic. That's not a lack of knowledge, it's a lack of state control. The strongest traders aren't those who predict best. They're the ones who stay grounded when everything inside them wants to react. Self-control isn't about suppressing emotion, it's about managing it. Fear, frustration, greed, these aren't enemies to eliminate. They're signals to interpret. The difference between a trader who spirals and a trader who learns is what they do when emotion shows up. Professionals feel the same urges, but they've built habits that keep those urges from dictating their decisions. They know that impulse is temporary, but consequences aren't. They let the emotion pass, then act in alignment with their plan. The beauty of trading one setup is that it gives you the structure to practice this every day. With one defined framework, there's nowhere to hide. You can see exactly when you hesitated, when you jumped early, or when you broke your rules. That visibility is uncomfortable, but it's also liberating, because now you know where to focus. Every mistake becomes a mirror reflecting your emotional patterns. And each time you resist the urge to act impulsively, you're strengthening the mental muscle that protects your edge. Your setup gives you potential. Your self-control determines if that potential becomes profit. Think about how many times you've watched a setup fail, not because the setup was invalid, but because you interfered. You moved the stop. You exited early. You jumped in before your signal. All those actions come from emotion, not edge. The discipline to stay patient, to let the structure play out, to execute without hesitation. That's what defines a professional. Consistency isn't built through analysis. It's built through restraint. When you can stay calm in the middle of volatility, you separate yourself from the 90%. Most traders think they're competing against others, but they're really competing against themselves, against impatience, frustration, and the need for control. The market tests your temperament before it rewards your technique. Every spike, every fake out, every extended move is an invitation to react. Your job is to decline that invitation again and again until calm becomes your default state. Developing self-control is a process, not a moment. It starts with awareness, noticing when you feel the pull to act. Then it becomes discipline, choosing not to. Over time, that choice rewires how you respond to uncertainty. What used to trigger anxiety starts to feel neutral. You stop taking losses personally. You stop over-celebrating wins. You find balance. That emotional steadiness is what allows your edge to express itself fully. Without it, you're just another trader reacting to randomness. So if you want to strengthen your edge, start with yourself. Learn to hold steady when price tempts you to interfere. Build your confidence not through prediction, but through control. Because when you master your own reactions, the market can't take that from you. Your edge becomes internal, unshakable, repeatable, and independent of outcomes. And once you reach that point, you're no longer trading for certainty. You're trading from it.